rush into nothing. She don't chase what won't stay. She's been the girl who hoped aloud she learned a quieter way. She listens more than she speaks, fills the room before she moves. She don't confuse her attention with something true. She used to love potential, now she loves what shows. Everything changed after she knows. She don't fall the same. She still feels deep, just won't play games. After she knows, she don't beg or explain. She chooses peace over temporary flames. She reads energy faster now than she reads your words. She notices what you don't do more than what she's heard. She still believes in romance, just not at her expense. She don't lose herself for the thrill of suspense. She don't argue with confusion, she lets it go. That's the difference after she knows. After she knows, she don't overgive. She loves fully, but stays intact. After she knows, she don't romanticize love. She wants something real or nothing bad. She's not colder, she's clearer, not harder, just freer. After she knows, she's still hoping slow. She just locks the door if respect don't show. After she knows, she don't chase the fire. She becomes the one few must stay. She still loves, she just loves awake. Soft don't mean weak. It means I choose how I respond. It means I don't waste energy explaining myself to noise. I speak low, but I'm not unsure. I move slow, but I'm not lost. I don't flinch when the room gets loud. I've already counted the cost. That I've been fire, I've been fury, I've been everything they provoke. Now I'm calm like deep water, still heavy, still cold. I don't announce my boundaries, I let you discover them. I don't threaten, I don't warn, I just stop letting you in. I used to think softness meant bending, letting things slide to belong. Now I know softness is choosing what I sit with, what I'm doing. I don't react, I observe. I don't raise hell, I reserve. Everything I don't say carries weight. Soft don't mean weak, I just don't perform. I don't fight every battle, I stay warm. Soft don't mean weak, I don't break, I don't leak. I don't need to be hard to be concrete. Soft don't mean weak, I just don't perform. I don't fight every battle, I stay warm. Soft don't mean weak, I don't break, I don't leak. I don't need to be hard to be concrete. still standing, still me. I used to explain my pain politely, make it easier to digest. I used to over-clarify just to feel less misread. Now I let misunderstandings sit. If clarity isn't returned, not everyone deserves access to everything I've learned. I don't prove my worth with effort, I don't beg to be seen. If you can't feel my presence, you're not meant to be near me. I don't compete with attention, I don't chase validation. I'm solid in who I am without demonstration. I don't move off pressure, I move off truth. And if you confuse my gentleness, that's on you. Soft don't mean weak, it means I choose peace. It means I don't unravel when you don't choose me. Soft don't mean weak, I just don't yell. I don't need chaos to know myself. I don't break time on myself. I'm still here, unmoved, unbroken. I don't give my heart recklessly, I give it away. I know how rare my tenderness is, that's why I don't chase. I've learned loud love isn't deep love, and urgency isn't devotion. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is pause your emotion. I don't need to dominate space to feel in control. I don't need to be chosen loudly to know I'm whole. I've been overlooked, underestimated, mistaken for kind. Now I let that assumption work in my favor every time. I'm not fragile, I'm selective. I'm not distant, I'm discerning. Soft don't mean weak, it means I don't crack. I've been with intention, then come right back. Soft don't mean weak, I don't disappear. I just don't stay where I'm not riv. I still love deeply, I still feel hard. I just don't hand my softness to careless hearts. If you earn my closeness, you'll feel the strength in a quiet way. I stay. Soft don't mean weak, still stand, still calm, still me. Soft don't mean weak, unmoved, unbroken. Soft don't mean weak, it means I survived and chose grace anyway. I didn't stop caring, I stopped explaining. There's a difference. I saw the message light up my phone, I let it fade, not out of spite, just nothing left to say. I've said enough in paragraphs that when I'm read, I've learned silence answers better than text. You used to measure closeness by how fast I reply. Now I measure peace by how well I sleep at night. I don't know immediacy to uncertainty. I don't rush to reassure what doesn't see me. I don't punish, I don't test, I just step back and observe what's there. Read receipts off, I don't need you to know when I've seen what you sent or where I go. Read receipts off, no green light, no sign. I protect my energy and my time. Unreachable, at peace. I used to feel guilty for not responding quick, like my silence was something I had to fix. But I'm not here to manage your anxiety, I'm here to honor what feels right to me. You confuse access with intimacy, availability with care. Just because I can't respond don't mean I'm meant to be there. I don't ghost, I don't disappear, I just withdraw with grace. I stop feeding conversations that don't go anywhere. I don't block, I don't delete, I just detach and let things reveal what they actually are. Read receipts of, I'm not being cold, I'm just done explaining what you should already know. Read receipts of, I don't know replies to confusion, inconsistency, or alibi. Stillness, clarity. If you wanted to know how I feel, you would have asked and stayed. Not waited till distance grew, then panicked and reached my way. I don't perform closure, I don't over-explain. I let my absence say what my presence couldn't change. I don't hate you, I just don't reach anymore. There's peace in not reopening what I already closed. Some doors don't need slamming, they just need time to be left alone, to realize they're not mine. I'm not ignoring you, I'm listening to myself. Read receipts of, no signal, no chase. If you don't feel me now, you won't later. Read receipts of, I stay unbothered, I don't respond to confusion, I recover. Every hour, every day. Now I know love respects when someone pulls away. If you feel the distance, that's not cruelty, that's the consequence of not meeting me. Read receipts of, still breathing, still calm. Read receipts of, unreachable by design. If silence feels loud to you, it's because you weren't listening. When I spoke, don't reach it. I'll let you know when it's time. You move like you used to, taking. I move like I'm used to, choosing. You lean in before the signal, I'm still reading what you're doing. I don't mind desire in your eyes, I mind assumptions in your hands. I don't open off momentum, I open when I understand. I like anticipation sitting heavy in the space between our skin. I like knowing you're aware to ask before you step in. Some people think patience kills the mood. I think it sets the tone. If you can hold the wanting, I might invite you closer on my own. I don't flinch, I don't freeze, I just pause and breathe. I'm not distant, I'm discerning. Touch without permission doesn't feel like desire to me. It feels like someone rushing past what they couldn't read. Touch without permission breaks the moment in half. If you want me fully present, you gotta ask. X without permission. Be here. I've learned my body speaks quietly. If you know how to listen close, every breath, every stillness is information most folks miss though. I don't need control to feel safe. I need awareness, I need care. If you move like I'm an object, I won't stay standing there. I don't confuse confidence with pressure. I don't reward insistence. I notice how you handle not yet. That tells me your intentions. Desire isn't proven by force, it's proven by restraint. Anyone can take what's offered if you can't wait. I don't test, I don't tease, I'm clearing my energy. If you're tuned in, you'll feel me. Touch without permission turns warmth into defense. I don't melt under urgency, I soften with presence. Touch without permission, this is the invitation. I don't open from pressure, I open from consideration. Touch without duration. Wait, I don't wanna be consumed, I don't wanna be received. There's a difference you learn when you've been both repeatedly. I don't need to be chased, I need to be chosen with care. If you can't feel my hesitation, you shouldn't be there. I've said yes too early before, just to keep the peace. Now I let discomfort speak when something's not aligned with me. I don't apologize for pauses, I don't rush my consent. My body is not public property, it's present tense. Desire that listens is the only kind I trust. Touch without permission isn't passion, it's noise. If you want me responsive, you gotta give me choice. Touch without permission shuts my body down, but patience makes me lean in without a sound. That's what that we should. If you slow your breathing, I might slow mine too. If you stay right where you are, I might come closer to you. This isn't about control, it's about respect. The safest hands are the ones that check. It was never yours. I don't fight confusion anymore. If you don't respond, I respond by leaving it alone. You say nothing like it's strategy, like I'll fill the space for you. I used to panic in the quiet, now I see it clearly too. Silence isn't always absence, sometimes it's information. And I don't debate with people who avoid conversation. You disappear mid-sentence, then return like nothing changed. I don't chase unfinished dialogue, I don't beg for explanations. I'm not scared of losing contact, I'm scared of losing peace. So I choose the option that protects me. I don't yell into the void, I don't chase what won't reply. If silence is your language, I speak it back goodbye. I don't argue with silence, I don't knock on closed doors. If you choose not to answer, I won't ask anymore. I don't argue with silence, don't argue with silence. I let it be what it is. You stop communicating, so do I. No response, no chase. I used to explain my feelings twice, then explain why they matter. Now I watch behavior carefully and let patterns answer. I don't force resolution, I don't beg for repair. If you can't speak honestly, you won't find me there. I don't need the last word, I need the last boundary. I don't need closure spoken, I need consistency. Silence after clarity isn't confusion, it's choice. And I don't compete with avoidance and noise. I don't decode mixed signals, I don't overthink space. I notice what's missing, then remove my face. Don't argue with silence, I respect what you show, I respect what you show. If you disappear emotionally, I let you go. I don't argue with silence, I don't argue with silence. I don't take it personal, I don't take it personal. I'll just stop investing where effort's optional. I don't need dramatic endings, I don't need to be loud. I don't slam doors for closure, I just don't come back around. I've learned maturity sounds like knowing when to disengage. Not everything deserves your emotional wage. If silence is how you handle tension, I hear you loud and clear. But I don't stay in spaces where my voice disappears. I don't confuse patience with self-erasure. There's a difference I measure. Silence doesn't scare me, disrespect does. I don't argue with silence, I don't argue with silence. I don't force repair, don't force repair. If you won't meet me halfway, you won't meet me you there. I won't meet you there, I won't meet you there. I don't argue with silence, I don't argue with silence. I move on intact, moved on intact. Not angry, not bitter, just done. I still believe in communication, I still believe in trying. But effort without reciprocity is just self-denial. So I step back with dignity, I don't announce my leave. I let my absence explain what words couldn't achieve. I don't argue, I don't explain, I don't chase. Silence said enough. If you wanted to talk, you would've. If you wanted to talk. No nobody tells you. Love doesn't teach you everything at once. Some lessons come after the feeling leaves. I learned love isn't how intense it feels in the beginning, it's how consistent it stays after the excitement settles. I learned love doesn't rush clarity or punish hesitation. It doesn't disappear when things need conversation. I learned love doesn't confuse anxiety with passion or urgency with devotion. It doesn't make you smaller to keep someone close. Doesn't ask you to abandon yourself for connection. That's learned. Love, not loud love, not desperate love, but learn love. I learned love listens more than it convinces. It adjusts without erasing. It doesn't threaten leaving to feel powerful. It stays because it wants to. I learned love, yeah. I learned love doesn't require constant access or emotional performance. It respects silence without using it as punishment. It chooses repair without needing to win. Learn love feels calm in the body. Learn love doesn't make you question your worth. Learn love feels steady even when it's quiet. I didn't stop believing in love, I just stopped believing it was supposed to hurt. I learned love doesn't demand softness while giving pressure. It doesn't call distance maturity when it's really avoidance. It doesn't call chaos chemistry or confusion fate. It doesn't make you earn what should be mutual. Learn love feels safe. Learn love feels honest. Learn love feels like me, still intact. Learn love, some lessons only come after you choose yourself. And that's okay. I don't need to be chased, I don't need to be convinced. I just need to know you want me here. I don't wanna feel like an option. You circle back to when it's quiet. I don't want affection ration like I should be grateful for it. I don't wanna decode your feelings based on when you decide to show up. I wanna feel chosen clearly, not filled in or filled up. I don't want you staying out of habit or comfort or convenience. I don't wanna guess if I matter based on distance and inconsistency. I don't need perfection, I don't need you on display. I just need to feel like you miss me if I walked away. I don't need pressure, I need presence. I don't need pursuit, I need intention. Let me be wanted, not tolerated, not halfway held or appreciated later. Let me be wanted in the way you stay, in the way you choose me without being asked to wait here. Let me be wanted, not tolerated, not halfway held or appreciated later. Let me be wanted in the way you stay, in the way you choose me without being asked to. I've learned how to make myself smaller, to make love feel easier. I've learned how to accept crumbs, call it patience, call it fear. But I don't wanna be low maintenance if it means I disappear. I don't wanna dim my wanting just to keep you near. I don't wanna carry the weight of emotional guesswork, wondering if I'm too much or just not enough. I don't want affection borrowed from moments you feel lonely. I want love that reaches for me even when it's inconvenient. And I don't need dramatic gestures, I don't need grand displays. I just need consistency that doesn't fade. Let me be wanted with clarity, not confusion dressed as mystery. Hey, let me be wanted with clarity, not confusion dressed as mystery. Let me be wanted out loud in action, not just felt but demonstrated passion. Taking time, I mind feeling endured. I don't want to audition for space in your life. I want to be welcomed without having to fight. I don't want love that hesitates when things get real. I don't want affection that disappears when it needs to heal. If you want me clearly. If you don't, let me go. But don't keep me half held in a place I've outgrown. Wanting is a weakness, begging is, and I'm not begging. Let me be wanted, let me be wanted, let me be wanted. I need it in, without conditions, without silence, without omission. Let me be in your life, not just when it's easy, but when it's right. I'm not asking you to save me or fill a hole in me. I'm whole already, I just want reciprocity. I don't need forever promise, I need honesty. Now I need to feel the one, now I wonder how. Yeah. Let me be wanted, chosen, present. Let me be wanted, or let be everything. I just need to be wanted. Where I am. We never really happened, but we were nothing either. We circled each other carefully, like timing was made of glass. Every step felt intentional, still scared to step too fast. We talked about it sideways, never straight, never clear, like naming it out loud will make it disappear. I learned your habits quietly, the way you held your breath when things felt close to honest, when feelings got complex. We never crossed the line fully, but we leaned until it bent. I felt you in the almost more than in what came and went. I don't regret the closeness, I regret the feel that kept us dancing just near. Almost is still something, even if it didn't stay. It still moved me, it still mattered in its way. Almost is still something, even if we let it go. Some feelings don't need endings to be real, though. It was real, I felt it. I don't replay it bitterly, I don't rewrite the scene. I don't pretend we weren't close just because we didn't mean to fall as far as we were leaning, to care as much as we did. Sometimes connection happens before intention catches it. You were wrong, I wasn't broken, we were just out of sync. You needed certainty, I needed room to think. We met in the middle of growth, both learning how to choose, and what we couldn't finish still taught me true. So not everything unfinished is incomplete. Some things are whole and how briefly they breathe. Almost is still something, even without a name. It still warmed me, it still changed me, it still felt the same. It still felt the same. Almost is still something else. I don't minimize what didn't last forever, but touched my life. We felt it, it mattered. I don't need to romanticize it to know it meant something to me. I don't need to force a future to respect the memory. We were honest in our hesitance, careful with our truth. And even in the not happening, I felt seen by you. I don't wish I pushed harder, I don't wish you stayed. I wish timing was kinder, that's all I'll say. Because love isn't just presence, it's readiness too. And we were present, just not fully through. Not everything that fades was a mistake. Almost is still something, I let it be what it was. I don't need closure, dramatic, or a reason, because almost is still something else. I carry it light, I carry it light. Grateful for the feeling, now way down by the wire. Some people need you to show you a door, not to walk through it with you, but to let you know there's more. Some connections are mirrors, not destinations, and that doesn't make them meaningless, just situational. Still something, still real, still true, still true. We didn't become forever, but we weren't nothing, and I'm at peace with that. If you leave, leave gently. There's no need to break anything on the way out. I'm not holding on to anything. holding on to myself. I don't need apologies that come too late to help. I've made peace with what we were and what we couldn't be. I don't need the ending loud to know it's ending clean. You don't have to explain again. I heard you the first time. I learned how to listen clearly without asking you to try. I don't want you staying guilty. I don't want you staying confused. I want you staying honest, even if that means you choose. I don't need closure wrapped in pain. I don't need proof you cared. I just need the respect of how you leave me here. If you leave calm, don't take shots, don't burn bridges. If you leave calm, let it end without damage. If you leave calm, no blame, no defense. Just say what's true, then let it end, then let it end. No war, no war, no war. I don't regret the time we shared. I don't resent the change. People grow in different directions. That doesn't make it shame. I don't need you rewriting history to justify goodbye. What we had was real enough to let it die, honestly. I don't want promises recycled or comfort set in fear. I don't need you to stay longer just to soften what's clear. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do is exit with respect. Leave the space clean. Don't leave regret. I don't need the truth soften. I don't need it cruel. I just need it clean and real from you. If you leave calm, don't make me the villain. If you leave calm, don't undo what we were building. If you leave calm, let it be what it is. I'll heal faster if we don't make this harder than it is. It's okay. We tried. I'm not afraid of being alone. I'm afraid of staying too long. And something that already told me it doesn't wanna go on. So if your heart is somewhere else, I won't compete or plead or plead. I don't want love that has to be convinced to choose me. I don't want bitterness following me into my next beginning. I don't want unfinished anger living under my skin. I'd rather walk away clean than staying slowly bent. Peace isn't losing, it's choosing how things end. Leaving doesn't make you cruel. How you leave does. If you leave calm, I won't chase or cry. I respect your honesty in my life. If you leave calm, I'll be alright. I've learned how to let go without losing myself inside. is dying. If this is where we part, I won't turn it into war. I'll thank you for the chapter and close the door. If you leave, come clean. If you leave, no noise, no scene. Some endings don't need to hurt to be final. I'm not arriving anymore. I'm already here. This is what it sounds like when nothing is missing. I don't wake up reaching for approval. I wake up inside myself. I don't scan the room for permission. I don't shrink for anyone else. I've lived loud, I've lived apologetic. I live trying to be understood. Now I live steady in my own rhythm, and it's good. I don't introduce myself through struggle. I don't lead with what I survive. I honor the woman who made it through, but I speak from who's alive. I don't chase alignment. I don't explain my pace. I move like my time matters, because it does in every space. I don't rush to be heard. I don't compete with the noise. I let presence speak before voice. Woman uninterrupted. No pause, no breaks, no shrinking to fit, no role to play. Woman uninterrupted. I don't ask to stay. I belong where I stand. I don't negotiate. Still here, still whole. Still whole. Still whole. I don't confuse peace with loneliness or solitude with lack. I don't reach backwards for validation. I don't unpack what already taught me what I needed to know. Some chapters close quietly and still let you grow. I don't rush healing to look graceful. I don't force joy to perform. I let emotions pass through me like weather, not storms. I don't need my softness hurting to survive this world. I learned how to stay open and still be unmoved. I don't demand space, I take it. I don't wait for time and I make it. Woman uninterrupted. I don't pause to be chosen. I don't quiet my truth to keep things unbroken. Woman uninterrupted. I don't disappear. I remain present even when it's unclear. I'm enough. I'm here. I stay. I don't need my life witnessed abandoned for peace. I don't chase belonging, I let it meet me. I learned how to be gentle without being erased. I've learned how to be still without losing my place. I'm not waiting anymore. This is not a becoming. This is a being. Woman uninterrupted. I don't flinch, I don't fold, I don't dilute myself to be held. Woman uninterrupted. I stand complete. Not because I hardened, but because I stayed me. I still hope, I still hope, I still choose connection, but I don't lose myself in the process. I don't disappear into compromise. I don't mistake survival for love. I let my life be lived out loud without pause. I'm uninterrupted, still breathing, still soft, still whole. Nothing is missing. Nothing needs to be added. This is me.